UGTP AI News Recap, February 3 to 10, 2025. Hey everyone, welcome back to UGTP. This week was explosive for AI advancements and debates. Let's unpack 15 critical stories reshaping the future. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay ahead of the AI curve. 1. EU enforces AI Act with full ban on social scoring. The European Union's AI Act has officially banned real-time facial recognition in public spaces and social scoring systems. Companies must now conduct mandatory AI literacy training for employees and avoid deploying manipulative algorithms targeting children or vulnerable groups. Critics argue compliance costs could exceed $50 billion annually for multinational firms, while privacy advocates celebrate this as a global benchmark. The law's high-risk category now includes emotion tracking tools used in workplaces and schools, forcing companies like Amazon and Meta to redesign HR analytics tools. 2. Trump terminates Biden's AI safety rules, launches Stargate AI. Former President Trump, on his first day in office, revoked Executive Order 14110, dismantling mandatory safety testing for AI models. Simultaneously, he announced the Stargate AI initiative, a $500 billion partnership with SoftBank, Oracle, and OpenAI to build next-generation data centers in Texas. Critics warn this deregulatory shift could accelerate risks like deepfake elections, while proponents argue it positions the U.S. to outpace China in compute infrastructure. 3. OpenAI's deep research tool and GDPR-compliant EU servers. OpenAI launched Deep Research, a ChatGPT-4 feature that autonomously generates 50-page reports with citations in under 30 minutes. Pro users can now request market analyses, academic literature reviews, or policy briefs. Separately, OpenAI introduced GDPR-compliant EU data residency, allowing European customers to sandbox projects on local servers. While researchers praise its efficiency, unions like Germany's IG Metall warn it could displace 20% of business analysts by 2026. 4. China's DeepSeek R1 challenges GPT-4 at 10% of the cost. Beijing-based DeepSeek released its R1 model, outperforming GPT-4 in coding, human eval score, 89.3%, and mathematical reasoning, math benchmark, 72.1%. While using only 1,024 A100 GPUs during training, a fraction of OpenAI's compute footprint. Its low-cost API briefly topped US app stores, crashing NVIDIA's stock by 17% over fears of reduced GPU demand. Cybersecurity firms warn R1's open-source code has vulnerabilities exploitable for disinformation campaigns. 5. SoftBank and OpenAI's $3 billion Japan venture targets healthcare AI. SoftBank and OpenAI formed SB OpenAI Japan, pledging $3 billion annually to develop AI solutions for Japan's aging population. Early projects include fall detection sensors for elderly homes and AI-assisted robotic surgery tools. The venture will also train 100,000 Japanese developers on GPT-4 fine-tuning, aiming to reduce reliance on US and Chinese AI platforms. 6. Google Gemini 2.0 Pro, 2M tokens and free reasoning models. Google's Gemini 2.0 Pro now processes 2 million tokens, enough to analyze War and Peace in one prompt, with integrated web search and Python code execution. A free tier, Gemini Flash, offers 500K tokens for tasks like resume optimization or legal document review. Developers praise its speed but note persistent hallucination issues in medical queries. 7. UAE and France launch €50 billion AI data hub in Marseille. The UAE's G42 and France's OV Cloud are building a 1 gigawatt AI data center near Marseille, powered entirely by nuclear and solar energy. The facility will host 100,000 NVIDIA GH200 superchips, targeting European startups and governments. Analysts say this could reduce EU reliance on US cloud giants but warn of water usage disputes in drought-prone southern France. 8. Mistral's Le Chat mobile app surpasses 10M downloads. Paris-based Mistral released Le Chat Mobile, an AI assistant analyzing PDFs, generating images, and summarizing calls in 15 languages. Its open-source Mixtral 8x22b model prioritizes on-device processing, appealing to banks and hospitals avoiding cloud-based AI. Despite no censorship features, the app briefly topped Apple's French App Store, pressuring ChatGPT's EU market share. 9. UK's AI growth zones ignite artist protests. The UK government designated Oxfordshire and Greater Manchester as AI growth zones, offering tax breaks for data centres and streamlined permits for AI labs. Proposed copyright reforms allow AI firms to train on any publicly available data unless creators opt out. Over 5,000 artists signed an open letter calling this theft, while startups argue it mirrors U.S. fair use principles. 10. Anthropic secures $2 billion funding for AI safety research. Anthropic, maker of Claude AI, is finalizing a $2 billion funding round led by Lightspeed Ventures, valuing the company at $60 billion. Funds will expand constitutional AI research to prevent bias and misuse. Critics question whether safety-focused AI can compete commercially with less restricted rivals like OpenAI. 11. NVIDIA acquires Run AI for $560 million, open sources orchestration tools. NVIDIA finalized its Run AI acquisition to optimize GPU cluster management for AI workloads. In a surprise move, it open-sourced Run AI's Kubernetes-based orchestration software to address EU antitrust concerns. The tools cut training costs for models like Llama 3 by 40%, but competitors warn NVIDIA now controls 80% of the AI infrastructure stack. 12. South Korea passes first Asian AI law with transparency mandates. South Korea's AI Basic Act, effective January 2026, requires developers of high-risk systems, e.g., healthcare diagnostics, autonomous vehicles, to submit transparency reports and risk mitigation plans. Unlike the EU, it lacks outright bans but imposes fines up to 10% of revenue for violations. Samsung and Naver applauded the flexible approach, while activists call it toothless. 13. Microsoft integrates Phi 4 and Llama 3 into 365 Copilot. Microsoft added its lightweight Phi 4 and Meta's Llama 3 to 365 Copilot, reducing API costs by 60% compared to GPT-4. The hybrid model allows offline drafting in Word and Excel but requires cloud access for web searches. Privacy watchdogs warn Phi 4's training data includes controversial government documents leaked in 2023. 14. AI for Science, AI4S, accelerates fusion energy research. DeepMind's AlphaFold 4 mapped 200 million protein structures, while new AI models at MIT predicted stable plasma configurations for nuclear fusion 10x faster than human trials. The U.S. Department of Energy pledged $300 million for AI-driven fusion projects, aiming for a working reactor by 2031. 15. UNESCO demands ethical AI in schools globally by 2030. UNESCO's new framework mandates AI tools in education to be audited for bias, transparent in decision-making, and free of surveillance features. Over 50 countries signed the non-binding pact, but developing nations criticized the lack of funding for implementation. Closing remarks and calls to action. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash the like button and subscribe for weekly AI updates. Let us know in the comments, should governments ban social scoring AI, or is it necessary for public safety? Stay tuned for Friday's video breaking down how DeepSeek R1 could change the AI race forever. Thanks for watching, keep learning, keep innovating.
Welcome to GPT, your source for the latest in AI-generated content. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Disclaimer: as an AI-generated content channel, we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information to our viewers. However, please be advised that due to the nature of our content generation process, some of the information we provide may be misleading or incorrect. We strongly encourage our viewers to use our content as a starting point for their own research and to consult with relevant professionals before making any financial or business decisions. We are committed to constantly improving our AI system to ensure the highest quality of information possible, but we cannot guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information provided. Thank you for your understanding.